Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Balanced Business Coach. My name is Tony Robinson, and I am a life coach for leaders. I help individuals or leadership teams create more balance between their personal and professional life so that they can make a bigger, more positive impact on their workplaces that they serve. So I'm really excited to get into today's episode. I am taking you to El Restaurante de Balanced Business Coach. So, when you go to a restaurant, you've got three menus. You've got your drinks menu, you've got your dinner menu, and then you've got your dessert menu. Today, I'm going to be walking you through three different menus that you can use to realign with balance. If you're new to my framework and my coaching style, when I talk about balance, I'm really referring to creating what works for you in all of the areas of your life. So it doesn't mean time. It's not in reference to I spend equal amount of times exercising and working and spending time with family and my finances and all of these different areas. It's not about time, and it's not even necessarily about I have to be contributing to all of the areas of my life at once. It's about feeling satisfied in the areas of your life that are of most importance to you at any given time. And it can always change. At one phase of your life or one season of your life, you may feel extremely passionate about fitness. And then you may have a season where you're extremely passionate about your finances and you're putting more effort and energy into that. And so I just think that balance is not about having this even scale of this has to equal this. It's really about what works for you and what makes you feel satisfied in your life and in the areas that matter most to you. So today, what I want to tell you about is these three different menus essentially that you can create for yourself that will bring you back into balance or bring you to an awareness of whether you're in alignment with your values. Also, we're going to get into self-sabotage and how you can use adventure to get out the things that are holding you back from creating balance in your life or getting to a satisfactory state. And the last one is a nourishment menu, which is basically just there to assist you to fill up what has been depleted if you haven't been balancing or aligning with the things that are most important to you and that do fill up your personal cup. So to get started, we are going to be talking about your personal values. So your personal values in life are so important when it comes to balance because it's the guiding principles that will allow you to say yes to this and no to that. If you are being asked to show up on weekends and nights and early mornings or over the holidays for your job, but you have a core personal value about family, it's going to be really difficult to uphold that value when work is in direct conflict with that value. If you have a value around creating financial freedom for yourself and you're continuously spending money on frivolous things and not contributing to high yield savings accounts or not putting money in your 401k and you're getting down on yourself about those things, it's because you're not in alignment with your values, and you just have to realize, what are my values and how do I get back into alignment with them? So when we talk about a values menu, this is creating essentially a list of all of your personal core values. So what are the things that truly guide your decision-making system when you are in alignment with your highest self? So if you are not in a good place mentally, we're not talking about your core values and what you value most when you're not feeling the greatest. I'm talking about when you are like on top of the world, I can do anything. What are the values that are important to you, and why are those important to you? So again, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to list all of your personal core values and why that is a core value for you. If you need a template for this, I've got a free PDF below. You can use it. Just click the link and have at it. After you've done the list of core values and you have specified why that is a core value to you, you're going to write 3 qualifying questions for each value. And what I mean by that is you want to have questions that you can ask yourself that will be able to very clearly pinpoint whether you're in alignment with that value or not. So for example, I have a core value of mindset. And what that means to me is that I'm constantly evolving, I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly working on my mindset and honing it so that I am in the best mind state possible as often as I possibly can be. So my 3 qualifying questions for my mindset core value is, am I making time to review and evaluate my thoughts? If the answer to that is no, then I know that I'm probably out of alignment with that core value of mindset. Another question I ask myself is, am I investing in opportunities to shift my mindset in other areas? So am I going outside of my comfort zone? Am I learning things that I don't already believe in or know? Am I exposing myself to new ideals, new beliefs that allow me to be clear in my own beliefs and my own mindset around certain topics? If the answer is no, then again, I know that I'm probably not in alignment with my mindset. And my third question is there anything I feel like my mindset is holding me back from? So if I'm doing a lot of doubting, if I'm doing a lot of negative self-talk, then I definitely know that I am not in alignment with my mindset and I need to do something to shift it. So essentially what you want to do, just to recap, is list all of your core values, write why that core value is important to you, and then have 3 qualifying questions for every single core value that you list that allows you to qualify whether you are in alignment with that core value or not. And that is going to be your values menu. I highly recommend coming back to this, especially when you start to feel yourself getting into a negative space, or you start to feel like I'm not feeling good in certain areas of my life. I feel like I'm not showing up. I feel like not myself maybe right now. This is going to be just a really good tool to have in your back pocket to pull out and be like, all right, what's going on here? What am I struggling with right now, and why? If I look at my values and I look at my qualifying questions, I can very easily identify that I am not right in my mindset right now, and that's where I need to focus my energy. I need to focus on my mindset because that is a core value that is being extremely affected by whatever is going on in my life right now. So I need to put my energy into that so that I can get back into alignment with everything else in my life. Woo, woo, woo. Let's move along. All right, so next you've got your adventure menu. Adventure time. Just like our core value menu, we need to have an adventure menu. I'll tell you why in just a second, but before we get into that, I need to talk to you about self-sabotage, because self-sabotage is what is going to get you into a lot of trouble when you're trying to get back into alignment with your values, with your goals. So if you are feeling out of balance, out of alignment with your finances, if you're feeling out of balance with your family, if you're feeling out of balance with work, you need to go to your core values, of course. But it's not enough to just look at your core values. When you start making the changes to get back to that place of alignment with the core values, you're going to inevitably have things pop up that will try to get you to go back to your old ways. So let's take finances, for example. If you are out of alignment with your finances, you're spending like crazy, you're not doing the things that are truly contributing to what you say your values are, then you're going to have to put certain systems and habits in place to make sure that you are getting closer to that value. For example, this could be, I'm not going to buy Starbucks except for once a month, let's say. If you have a super rough day at work, or you stayed up too late the night before, and you're really tired on your way to work, your self-sabotaging self might say things to you like, you deserve that Starbucks. What's a second time in the month? What's 2 times? At least it's not 4. You start to have these thoughts in your head that justify you continuing down the path of misalignment. And so what you need to have is a way to rebel, to overcome those self-sabotaging behaviors in a way that doesn't self-destruct, okay? So self-sabotage is a destructive behavior that you do that essentially hinders your own success. It brings you further away from the results that you're looking for. So it takes you away from balance. It takes you away from alignment with your values. Another example of this might be someone who is trying to lose weight. If they are going strong, but again, had a rough day at work, and then they come home and they eat a whole tub of ice cream because they justified to themselves, well, it was a really rough day. Like I deserve this tub of ice cream. Is that getting you closer to your values? Is that creating the balance that you want in your fitness? No, it's not. It's a temporary relief of stress and negative feelings that you might have coming up, and you succumb to these negative thoughts that you have coming up in your head, those like, oh, it's okay, go ahead, it's that devil on your shoulder, go for it, don't worry, we can get back on track. And you can get back on track, yes you can. But wouldn't it be great if you didn't have to fall off the wagon in the first place? It's okay if you do, like I do it, but wouldn't it be great if you fell off the wagon less often? And so that's what our adventure menu is for. It is to have a resource available to us when we feel those self-sabotagey things coming up, and it's like, I just want to rebel. I just want to go and get the ice cream. I just want the Starbucks, damn it. That is what this is for. We basically create a menu of things that will appease that, like, I want to be bad. I want to just let loose and be free. It appeases that part of our brain and that part of growth that we normally will go to destructive behaviors. This is a rebellious thing, but it doesn't get us further away from our goals, if that makes sense. One more thing before we do the adventure menu. If you do fall off that wagon, if you do happen to self-sabotage, have no fear. I want you to ask yourself some of these questions. Number 1, pull up your values menu, okay? That's the first thing you need to do whenever you do a self-sabotaging behavior, okay? The first question I want you to ask yourself once you have that values list pulled up is this behavior aligning with your values? Yes or no? Just yes or no. You don't have to get into shame around it. You don't have to get into yes, but just yes or no. Is it aligning with your values or not? If it's not aligning with your values, what is it that is stopping you from getting there? So we have a series of events, correct? You decided that you wanted to lose weight. You went to work. You got stressed out about something. And then you came home and you ate the tub of ice cream, which was not in alignment with your values. What exactly was the trigger there? What was it that stopped you from staying in alignment with those values or staying true to the goal that you have to create more balance in your health and fitness? What was that triggering point? Okay? And then question number 3, and this one might take a little bit of introspection on your end. You may have to sit down and really consider this. But what was that trigger based in? And what I mean by that is, what is the feeling behind the trigger? Are you afraid of reaching success? Are you feeling insecure about something? Is there anything in particular that is underneath that trigger? Is it a fear of failure and looking or being embarrassed? What is behind and underneath that trigger? Once you have that information, you may be able to make better decisions more in alignment with your values and with your goals that you have for yourself the next time something like that triggers you. Okay, so let's create our adventure menu. I want to teach you about an acronym called BAD. So when we want to be bad, we want to self-sabotage, we're going to do the BAD acronym, okay? We're going to reclaim the word bad, all right? So B is for break free of your routine. A is for act spontaneously. And D is for do some fun stuff. So with those 3 things in mind, break free from your routine, act spontaneous, and do some fun stuff. With those 3 things in mind, you want to create a menu of things that contribute to that feeling of breaking free, spontaneity, and fun. So a couple of examples that I love. The first one could be to go prank phone call your mom or your best friend. Remember when you used to do *67? I think it was *67. Remember when you used to do *67 when you were young and you would just prank phone call random people because they didn't know who you were? People may not answer the phone anymore though, because when it says unknown, people don't really answer the phone. Damn you, caller ID. Anyway, prank phone call somebody and just I don't know, see, just have some fun, okay? It's getting out this energy. It's going to give you a good laugh and it's going to feel a little bit rebellious. It's bad. Prank phone calling is something that people used to get in trouble for, but it's really not destructive and it's not going to lead you down this path of misalignment with your goals. Unless one of your goals is to stop prank phone calling people. Another one is going to the movie early or staying after your movie and sneaking in to see another one. This might be a little bit controversial to people and you may feel don't do that, that's against the law. Is it? Well, you're just going to get kicked out of the theater. Worst case scenario, that's what happens. But it feeds that breaking free. It feeds that rebellious side of us. It feeds that spontaneity and fun. It's just fun to let loose and let go of these stigmas sometimes. And again, it's something that isn't going to cause destruction in your life. One that really feeds to like the spontaneity and the fun is like planning a weekend getaway. Another one could be introducing yourself to a stranger as like somebody else, just like, hi, yes, I'm Sally from Wales. That was probably terrible. Where even is Wales? And do they have any Sallys? Anyway, introducing yourself to a total stranger and like just not breaking character. So funny. So funny. Okay, so just think of some things that you could maybe do that feel a little bit rebellious but are not going to pull you away from your core values. Does that make sense? You want a menu of those. So let's say 7 to 10 different options. Have some that feel really like breaking free of your routine, some that feel really like spontaneous, and some that just feel straight up fun, hilarious, like whatever it is. Okay? All right, good. So we've got 2 of our menus down. And again, with that one, we've got a link for it in the link below. In the link below, you can find all the menus in the link below. Okay? So go to the link below. The last menu that we have is nourishment. So this is to fulfill cravings of pleasure or desire, the sweetness of life. There are times where you want to rebel and you're just like frustrated and you need to just like get out. And then there's other times where you're like, I just want to feel good. That ice cream situation is probably like, I just want to feel good. Here's the thing. You deserve pleasure in your life. You deserve like the sweetness of life. You deserve it, okay? You deserve it. But what you don't deserve is to sacrifice your values and your goals in order to have that. So what you want to do is you want to create a menu of things that are nourishing and that make you feel that pleasure, that sweetness in life, that aren't going to take you away from where you're trying to go. All right? A couple of examples could be getting a massage, doing yoga, getting a pedicure, having a green drink, taking a hot shower or a hot bath with a little shower steamer in it. Yes. Or a bath bomb. Yes. Getting warm clothes out of the dryer. That is such a good feeling. I love warm clothes out of the dryer. My mom used to wake me up that way when I was a kid. She would get warm clothes out of the dryer and she would just like put them on top of me whenever I was still asleep in the mornings. And that's how I would wake up, you guys. It was so cozy. I loved waking up that way. Or like having a deep conversation with somebody you love. Sometimes when I'm craving that, I just call my friend Illy and we just talk for like 2 hours, 3 hours at a time about like the deepest, most random stuff. I don't know how we have so much to talk about, and I can't wait to introduce you guys to her because she'll be on the podcast soon. But anyway, that is your nourishment menu. You want to have something that you can easily pull out to be like, boom, I really want to have that tub of ice cream, but instead I'm going to get in that tub of hot water with bubbles in it, and I'm going to fucking relax, and I'm going to feel so much better afterwards. Okay, so like I said, you've got all the links to create your own menus below. You want to create the menus. Once you've created the menus, have them on standby. Have them somewhere on your phone, have them somewhere on your computer, have them somewhere in your home, maybe by your bed or in your kitchen. When you want to go grab the tub of ice cream, have that thing on your fridge. So don't set yourself up for failure with this. Don't make this something that you just do and then like you never look at it again. You want to have this thing everywhere because this is the stuff that grounds you and anchors you into balance. If you don't consistently look at what matters to you, you can get easily distracted and swayed by all the stuff that's just going on around us. Our world is full of stuff and crap that wants to fill your brain and make you think that it's important. So you need to make sure that you are clear on what is important to you and what fills your cup, what makes you feel nourished, what makes you feel bad, what makes you feel in alignment, and what is in the best interest of your values. So I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed this exercise. This is a really, really fun, life-changing kind of thing if you actually take the time to sit down and do it. So click that link below, get your menus, and let me know what is one of the things that you're gonna do to be bad this week. I love you so much. Until next time, take care.